This is a story about finding faith and how it can change a life forever. Alex felt like he was adrift in an ocean of routine. Each day was a familiar rhythm of work, errands, and quiet evenings, yet a persistent feeling of emptiness lingered. He had a good life by all accounts, friends, a stable job, a comfortable apartment, but something essential was missing. It was a silent ache for meaning, a longing for a connection to something larger than his own small world. He'd scroll through his phone, seeing curated lives of adventure and happiness, which only deepened his sense of a void he couldn't name. He often found himself staring out his window at the city lights, wondering if this was all there was to life. One afternoon, while browsing a local bookstore, his eyes landed on a beautifully bound book, a translation of the Quran. He had never considered reading it before, but a wave of curiosity washed over him. He felt an unexplainable pull. Taking it home, he opened it with a mix of skepticism and hope. As he read the first few pages, the words seemed to speak directly to the questions that had haunted him for so long. He read about purpose, about creation, about mercy and guidance. It wasn't just a book. It felt like a conversation he had been waiting for his entire life, a map to a place he didn't know he was searching for. The more he read, the more the teachings resonated deep within his soul. The verses offered a profound sense of clarity, like a light switched on in a dark room. The anxieties that had clouded his mind began to dissipate, replaced by a serenity he had never experienced. He found answers to questions about life, death, and his place in the universe. It was a gentle but powerful transformation, as the wisdom of the Quran began to mend the broken pieces of his spirit, filling the void with an overwhelming sense of peace and belonging. The world outside didn't change, but his perception of it was fundamentally altered. With this newfound faith, Alex's life bloomed with purpose. His daily routines were no longer empty motions but acts of gratitude. He sought out a local Muslim community and was welcomed with open arms, finding a brotherhood and sisterhood that enriched his journey. The loneliness that once defined his quiet evenings was replaced by shared meals, prayers, and meaningful conversations. Alex was no longer adrift. He was anchored. He had found his direction, his peace, and a new beginning built on the solid foundation of faith. If you are feeling lost, know that you are not alone, and the path to peace might be closer than you think.